Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I am going over my entire cash envelope and binder setup for 2025. I have a wallet and 7 binders. Don't look at me. I have 7 binders. We're gonna get into it. 2 of them are savings challenges. It's fine. It's a lot. I have over 80 envelopes. It's a lot. You will see I'm not cash stuffing every single envelope every single week, but you'll see. So without further ado, let's get started. So starting with my wallet, if you're interested in this wallet, I will eventually carry these in my shop. Link to my shop down in the description down below. All of these envelope custom placeholder category cards and these envelopes are available in my shop. I have them in A7 and A6, but first things first, groceries. I usually carry about $80 every week for my half of groceries, so gotta have your groceries, household, everything from shampoo to, you know, cleaner to a lot of stuff for Toby. Toby is my dog. A lot of money gets spent out of here for PetSmart, his wet food and everything. Gas, car's gotta run on something. Eating out, not a high priority, but every now and then we like to go out to eat. Spending, Oopsie is my buffer in case I go over. I try to only pull from Oopsie for household and groceries is kind of my rule for myself. I try not to do it in my unessential categories like spending and eating out. But that is my wallet. Pretty straightforward, nothing too crazy. Next binder is my bills binder. So this is bills and 1 subscription. BB payment. BB is my nickname for my boyfriend. It's abbreviated for babe or baby. So it makes me giggle when people in my life call him baby. I'm like, that's what I call him. But I don't think they realize that it's short for that. So anyway. So this is where I stash his half of the bills when I ask him to reimburse me for his half. Elegant description, but this is for like renter's insurance and internet and electric, and that's it. Utilities. This includes, I should specify, I rent an apartment. I don't cash stuff rent because it's over $3,000, and that's a lot of cash money to keep in a binder, in my opinion. Now, some people do that, in which case, go off, queen, truly, go for it. But I don't feel comfortable keeping that much cash here. So between my buffer, which I keep 500 in the bank as my buffer, and then I keep rent, and that's all I keep in my checking account. Everything else is in here or in my savings account. Utilities, for our apartment complex, this is water, trash, sewer, pest control, and I think that's it. So that's utilities. Renter's insurance, we have to have this. We do annual, so I am now cash stuffing for next year's renter's insurance, excuse me. Car insurance, gotta have it. Pet insurance, for car insurance, I do every 6 months. Pet insurance is quarterly. Electric, gotta have power. Internet, gotta have it. And then Nintendo Online, this is my splurge. I'm big into video games, and I have the Nintendo Online subscription. I'm already, this is $80 a year so far. And I'm already halfway for the payment due in November at $40, so that's cool. But that's the only subscription I have. So that's my little splurge for myself. Getting into high priority. By the way, if you like any of these binders, they're available from the Aesthetic Dollar, by the way. So high priority. These custom dashboards are also available in my shop if you're interested. Anyway, promos out of the way. Health, this is for my prescriptions, get them every month, so gotta set aside money for that. Japanese groceries, this is different from our grocery budget, because we only go to the Japanese grocery store like maybe once a quarter, once every other month to restock rice, because rice at American grocery stores is so expensive. It's crazy. Just go to a Japanese grocery store. Like, we get the 15-pound bag. Anyway, so Japanese groceries. Medical. This is mostly just my copay to see my psychiatrist. If I had anything major, it would come out of my emergency fund. I don't feel the need to cash stuff multiple envelopes for the same thing, if that makes sense. If it was a medical emergency, it would come out of emergency. Dental. My dentist is not in network, so I have to cover cleaning and everything. So I just keep enough for the cleaning, and once a year they also do the x-ray. So since I can anticipate those costs, I cash stuff that in here. Again, if I needed major dental work, it would come out of emergency. Vision, my vision copay, and then glasses. Again, those are costs I can anticipate. If I had a major eye problem, again, that would come out of emergency. I try to have as many of my envelopes be lower amounts that I can cash stuff and then really build my emergency fund so that I don't feel pressure to have a lot of money in every envelope, because otherwise I get overwhelmed with how much I need to cash stuff. Car, this is strictly for oil change, because again, anticipated cost every year, and car registration, anticipated cost, know how much it is. If my car needed major work, emergency fund. Because my car has so few miles, I don't drive that much. I work from home, so again, I have low mileage on my car, so if it needed major work, it would be an emergency situation. Dog's health, this is for Toby's yearly exams and vaccines. Again, if he needed anything from the vet, anything happens to him, that would come out of emergency. Dog training, we are currently training him. He will eventually be my service dog, so we're gonna be in training for a while. I work with a one-on-one trainer, so cash stuff that. Emergency, gotta have it. These are envelopes in the back here that I'm not really working on right now, but in the future, kind of a general savings. Should always have some money set aside in case I need like a new car or something. Well, at this point, if I needed a car right now, it would be an emergency. I would get a beater, but someday if I want to upgrade my car, I don't know if I would take that from savings or from an investment brokerage account, because honestly, my hot take is just putting away money in even a high yield savings account. It's going to take you forever to save to $20,000 or something for like a car. I think you're better off really investing the money in a brokerage account, because it's going to grow so much faster than in a savings account. So this envelope may come out eventually, we'll see. IRA, I'm not focusing on this right now because I'm rebuilding my emergency fund. I'm following the Dave Ramsey method. I'm on baby step 3, which is 3 to 6 months of expenses set aside. So I'm not investing right now. And then if I'm ever blessed enough to fully fund, at least for the year, because you're limited how much you can put in an IRA a year. It's like $7,000. If I'm ever blessed enough to have money extra in the year, I will put it in a brokerage account. So that's high priority. So then low priority, again, these are just like nice to haves, but not super essential. Online shopping. I'm more of a online spender than in person because I don't leave my house that often. Again, I work 100% remote, so online shopping, everything from planner supplies, budgeting supplies, clothes, shoes. I get that all online, so this is just kind of a coverall for miscellaneous online shopping. Self-care, this is everything from haircuts to massages, just that body care kind of stuff. Yeah, gotta save up for that stuff because otherwise I won't do it. If I don't save up for a haircut, I never do it, and then it's like 18 months and I'm like, oh my god, my hair's down to my waist. Family, this is for birthdays, Mother's Day, and Father's Day. Just kind of gifts for my family, that kind of thing. I could rename this to gifts, and I might at some point because I do have, because I didn't do anything for my boyfriend's birthday or my best friend Brady's birthday, come to think of it. I may rename this as gifts, come to think of it. I'll get back to you on that. Home. This is for furniture primarily. Right now I'm saving up to get another desk for my side hustles. Because right now all of my supplies are on the floor in boxes. Yeah, just like furniture, stuff for the apartment. Nintendo, this is for Nintendo systems and games, so that's different than the online subscription. Right now I've saved it up for the next gen console, which hasn't been announced yet, but I have the money set aside so I can just buy it and not worry about it. It's fabulous. Steam, again, this is for PC gaming. I would like to get a Steam Deck eventually, which is like the handheld PC to play on the go. But that's like another $600, and I'm like, oh my God. Everything I want is so expensive. But that's why we cash stuff. Jewelry. I wear the same jewelry every day, so I invest in fine jewelry. Well, invest. So I save up and splurge on fine jewelry because that is my preference. I'm so bougie when I look at my low priority stuff. I'm like, man, you're an expensive person, Apple. See, I'm expensive. I'm an expensive person, but that's why I gotta cash stuff. Apple, if I need a new phone, laptop, have to replace anything in my Apple ecosystem, comes out of there. Tattoos. I have tattoos of various kinds. I have Tom Nook here and little ghost, but anyway, gotta save up for that. Adventure, if we go backpacking, this is where I usually take BB's birthday money out of, because he's more of an experienced person. I'm obviously more of a stuff person, which sounds really bad, but honestly, some of us just like stuff. It's fine. You can like stuff. It doesn't make you a bad person. He's more of an experienced kind of person, so he would rather go backpacking for his birthday, so that comes out of here. Yeah, any traveling, adventure. We're leaving the house. Wedding. I have something to tell you about this envelope. Right now there's nothing in here. I'll get into what I'm doing to save for this. I'm not engaged. I hope someday to be soon. I did drop a little hint, hint, wink, wink to Evan. So we'll see what happens with that, but I am saving, and you'll see what I'm doing for that. I am saving to hopefully have a wedding. I don't know how big of a wedding we would have. It depends how much we have saved and what we're gonna do. We may not even have a wedding at all, just go to the courthouse, but I'm saving, just in case we wanna do a little something. This is my Christmas binder. I do have a new dashboard that I'm gonna put in, but my hole puncher got stuck and I can't unstick it, so I'm gonna have to get a new one or have Evan look at it. So this dashboard will go away. I don't have this design currently in my Etsy, and I think it's a little busy. I prefer my mountain look. Anyway, so I have a Christmas binder. You better believe I have a Christmas binder. I find it easier to budget for Christmas if I have it divvied up by person. That way I know what my budget is per person. It's just easier to budget that way. So BB, my boyfriend, he gets the most every year. I've only been cash stuffing since 2022 in October, so I missed Christmas for that. So this past Christmas, this system worked out really well. If you hear nails on the ground, that's my dog Toby. Hi, honey. So BB, we have Toby, my dog. So my little family, people I live with, is first. Then I have my family, so I have my mom, my dad, my older brother Oscar, his wife Wendy, and their children Taylor and little David. He's little David because he's named after my father. So his granddad. And then Lady Machine, this is Brittany. Her last name is not Machine, but I met her online and her handle was Brittany Machine, so I call her Lady Machine. So that's my best friend. I didn't have an envelope for her this year. Whoops. Whoopsies. Super rude. No, it's fine. We'll have her over and have a nice dinner, but anyway, I thought I would start budgeting to get her a little something next year. Next up, we have side hustles. This is for Twitch, YouTube, and my Etsy. So Etsy stuff is in the front, so supplies. This is mostly cardstock and laminating sheets. I can't think of anything else I use. So cardstock and laminating sheets, honestly. Packaging, everything to ship out your orders. So tape, boxes, stickers. Equipment, I'm gonna need to stuff this to unstuff it. Not that I bought a new hole puncher yet. I wanna see if Evan can fix it. But printers, hole punchers, laminating, laminators, laminating laminators, just all of the larger kind of things that it takes to make my stuff. Product, I'm saving up right now to sell these wallets. So in order to buy product from a manufacturer, I'm saving up to do that. YouTube, this is for giveaways primarily, but if I also needed a new camera stand, that would come out of here. Well, that would come out of equipment probably. But this is mostly for giveaways. And then Twitch, if I want to get new emotes or something, any equipment, if I need a new webcam, that would come out of Twitch. That would come out of equipment. Emotes, mainly. And then taxes for Etsy, Twitch, and YouTube, they don't take tax money out, so you have to set that money aside. So, gotta pay your taxes. All right. So for emergency and for wedding, I'm doing savings challenges because it helps for those things, because they're a larger category. If I just like throw money in those envelopes, I can lose track of how much I need to save, or I'm less motivated. For me, if I have a specific savings challenge or something very specific I'm saving for, I'm more likely to save that money. So I'm going to start with what's more important, which is my emergency fund. So this savings challenge, this is part of the lifestyle series, I believe, from the Aesthetic Dollar. So I did them one month ahead. Now, for each of these categories, I did somewhere between 3 to 6 months worth, except for rent. Rent I did 1 month. Because I'm doing the Dave Ramsey 3 to 6 month worth of expenses, it kind of all adds up. With these, it all adds up to be what I need. So internet, you can see we're most of the way through. I started with smaller amounts first so that I can see the win faster. It's kind of the same concept as, at least in my mind, it's the same mentality of the debt snowball. Pay off the small ones first, feel the win, be more motivated. So internet, we're almost done with. That makes me feel good. Then we'll move on to subscriptions. This is actually like 3 years worth of my Nintendo Switch Online subscription, heating and cooling, water, electricity. So these same amounts, heating and cooling is through electricity, water is utilities, miscellaneous, I think, is my renter's insurance, a couple years of that, 2 years maybe, 2 or 3 years. Trash is also the same amount as utilities. Car insurance, this is a little bit over my 6 months worth, but you know, I cash stuff in 5s and 10s, so there's that. Miscellaneous insurance, miscellaneous insurance. Oh no, this is Toby's health insurance. Phone, in emergency situation, if I have to replace my phone. Tuition, I'm not in school, but I wanted to use as many of these challenges as possible. And then rent. The only ones I'm not doing is car payment and student loans. I don't have any debt. I don't even want to look at the words payment and loans, so I'm not using those. And then daycare. I don't have children, and Toby does not go to daycare because I have the coverage for either me or Evan to watch him. So last but not least, final binder. If you made it this far, definitely subscribe if you would like to, or double check if you think you're subscribed. Can you double check and make sure that you are? Because sometimes YouTube unsubscribes people, which is super rude. So can you just, for me, double check? Would appreciate it. So this is my wedding binder. This is just a series of savings challenges, again from the Aesthetic Dollar. For some reason I didn't start with flowers, I started with venue, but yeah. So these are rough amounts for what I think these things will cost. Just so you get the picture of what I'm going for. Evan and I always talked about getting married in Yosemite. For Yosemite, you cannot decorate with flowers, so this would be for artificial flowers for my bouquet and my bridesmaids. Venue, this is just for the permit to get married there. it's not that much, which is great. Decorations, you can't really decorate like getting married in the park. You could decorate the hotel where you're gonna have the reception, so I don't imagine spending that much on it, but you never know. Gifts, I imagine this to be like gifts for the bridal party, saying thanks for being part of it. Invitations are so expensive. I looked into how much it would be and I was like, oh my God. Like from Shutterfly, I was like, girl, money. Groom attire, I was shaken at how relatively inexpensive it is for a man to rent a tux from like Men's Warehouse. I was shaking. I was like, oh my God, it's only like $300 for a man to rent a suit, but like a wedding dress is thousands of dollars. Anyway, I guess there's more alterations and stuff involved in a wedding dress, but I was shook. I was like, girl. Anyway, bachelorette party, bachelor party. I don't imagine going big for these. Honestly, I would like stay home and have a wine and cheese night with my bridal party and just like hang out, but whatever. Bachelor party, I imagine Evan would want to go backpacking with his bros. Miscellaneous, I just wanted to fill another challenge. I don't know. Music and dancing, I have no idea how much that will be, but I just had another amount. Food and drinks, photographer, wedding rings. Those are money, let me tell you. So these are all $35 per bubble. Oof, that's gonna be a doozy to save for. Wedding dress is the most, oh no, it's not the most expensive. Girl, $2,000, I swear. Because that's with alterations. And then honeymoon. I might end up doing the travel lifestyle savings challenge for that, but just for the sake of filling out the honeymoon and getting some savings in, there is that. Now, if we decide we're not going to have the big to-do wedding, then this would just go into long-term savings, or I would invest the money, but having a sense of saving towards something versus just general investing would help me. So anyway, friends, that is all of my binders. In total, 1 wallet and 7 binders, if I can count. Yeah. They don't even all fit in frame. It's crazy. Yeah, it's like over 80 individual envelopes. Again, I don't stuff all of them every single week because I don't make that kind of money. But someday I might, you never know. Anyway, so I just kind of pick and choose what I stuff based on priority, but I make it work. Anyway, that is the system I'm going into 2025 with. Subject to change, of course. Again, I might change that family envelope to gifts. So don't be surprised if in the next video that's changed. But anyway, that is it. Definitely be sure to like, comment, and subscribe if this was enjoyable content. I hope to see you next time. Goodbye.